I feel like nobody really understands what the Golden State Warriors were just able to prove by beating this Houston Rockets team in 7 games, but more importantly, tonight it felt like some of the role players played a massive role, including a guy like Buddy Hield, right? Pods played great. Draymond did a lot of big time things off the bench, and we also saw, guys struggle. Kuminga, Moody, but it didn't matter because at the end of the day, the experience alongside the veteran leadership of this team prevailed, right? It came alive. Now, right here, look at this play by Steph. We're running a double off-ball stagger away screen. Okay, now what is a stagger away screen? It's when you send a screen for a player going away from the basket. So we're getting Steph Curry off this double screen, and what we're trying to do is get them to switch. Right here, we see Tari Eason overcommit to that switch, but we also attract a double team off that baseline. So Steph stops on a dime, boom, feels the overcommit off the backside, changes direction on a split second, and chucks this thing up. I mean, what he just did here is incredible. And in the first half of this game, Steph Curry wasn't playing this amazing brand of basketball, but they still were able to get a lead, maintain the lead, and wait for Steph Curry to start the heat up. And once he did, it got out of hand. So in this video, we're going to break down a bunch of film. I'm going to show you how they did it. Now, like I said, late in that third quarter, Steph Curry really started to get it going, and right here, we're setting up this DHO for Steph Curry. What's a DHO? Basically a dribble handoff. We're coming over this way. We're trying to hand it off and have him get downhill immediately off this screen and handoff by Kevon Looney. They run it a ton when Looney's in the game. Boom. Now, again, since we don't fully set that screen, this guy stays on the hip of Steph Curry, which forces Steven Adams to kind of stay patient. Now, as we get that leverage into the lane, watch what this unbelievable NBA player does. He fakes up, he gets 3 guys down low, they all overcommit to the layup, and he goes up and under and still gets the finish. You cannot make up what Steph Curry just did. Now look at this play here. We're going to see some insane ball movement as, again, we get this DHO this time by Draymond Green. Again, we want to come off this thing quickly and see what we can do. Now, normally we expect a double team off this with Steph Curry and Draymond Green. You're going to see Steven Adams overcommit to hedging over that screen, not allowing Steph Curry to easily stop and pop. Now, with that double team, Draymond Green kind of breaks out wide open, right? Now we put the defense in what we like to call a blender, okay? What this means is, yeah, we have a double team here. Now the defense is stuck in rotation and stuck moving, right? They're not on man-to-man anymore. They're stuck in rotation. Beautiful job. We kick the Draymond. He creates rotation. We kick the Buddy Hield. Create rotation. Now we have a 2-on-1 opportunity over here. Jabari Smith versus Jimmy Butler in our low post player here as well. So we swing again. We get late rotation and boom. No contest at all. Big mistake. Jimmy Butler drains a big time 3, and this was a massive help to kind of extend this fourth quarter lead. All right, another insane play. We're going to get it over to Jimmy Butler. We're going to come up and we're going to send Steph Curry to set this screen on Draymond Green. And all we're going to do is we're going to roll him off this screen to the basket. And because they do not want to switch anything, we're going to, force this guy to stay on Steph. And as we set that screen, nobody's downhill. And the reason nobody's over here to help out on that roll to the basket is because we have 2 shooters on that weak side corner that, I'm sorry, but you're not going to be able to help out on. Great screen. Again, they don't want to switch. And if you don't switch, they get a wide open lane. Easy layup there by Draymond. Probably even should have been an and 1 for him as well. Now, before we get any further into this video, guys, do me a big favor. Hit that like button if you enjoyed these breakdowns, but also, and more importantly, comment down below P2 if you want non-stop Golden State Warrior videos throughout the entirety of this year's NBA playoffs. Lastly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to join the family, and we got you guys covered throughout the entirety of the playoff run. Now, if you guys get over, let's say, 1,200 likes on this video, we will post that part 2 tomorrow, okay? So if you want that video, hit the like button, subscribe. Let's dive back in. Here's one of my favorite plays of the game. Late second quarter, need to put some more points on the board. I mean, you're playing tremendous defense here versus the Rockets. But look at how much attention Steph Curry is able to obtain here from this Houston Rockets defense. We're going to see this little screen. You see Fred VanVleet point switching. He's saying, hey, follow him. If he goes this way, we need to be there, right? So what happens here is you see Draymond Green completely look at this side of the floor. You start to see Dillon Brooks hedge over because, again, we want to make sure we're in the way. We're dropping back Steven Adams, right? They're keeping Fred VanVleet either on pods, or if Steph Curry breaks this way, Fred VanVleet's going to be there as well. But what they forget to notice is Buddy Hield is absolutely breaking wide open on this left elbow or left key, left side of the arc, wide open. No hesitation at all. He chucks this thing up and he gets it to go. Buddy Hield was absolutely electric in this basketball game and led them to a beautiful run in this second quarter. And here we go. Steph Curry brings it up. We're already garnering some attention from Fred VanVleet, who is once again point switching, saying, hey, someone pick up Buddy Hield. I'm going to be here just in case they set this screen. We kick it. Nobody's there. Buddy Hield, another three. Gets it to go, man. Let's go. Alright, so I know this one's not a great angle, and I know they're not showing it perfectly, but what we did here was Draymond set this screen and then rolled to the basket, okay? Now, we're using Draymond in the short roll situation. They love using Draymond in this situation because he is one of the best playmakers in the NBA when it comes from the short roll. And basically, what's a short roll? Right after you set that screen, you create that double team. Now we're hitting him as a playmaker and not a scorer. Look at someone like Jared Allen for the Cavaliers. He does very similar situations, right? So as we're driving in, all we want to do here is read the defense. We get Alpi to kind of step up. We're going to look directly at that underneath pods down low, which ultimately what that's going to do is force this rotation downhill. But at the end of the day, we have court mapping ability, okay? We understand where the defense is going to rotate from, depending on where we're looking. And once we know that, we know where the open man's going to be, and the hot man as well, right? Buddy Hield been hitting threes all night. Boom, quick pass, quick trigger, so much separation, easy money. This is nasty. And then towards the end of this game, Jimmy Butler put the nail in the coffin, cemented it, went like 6-0 run by himself, and this was kind of the start of it, getting through the defense. And Dillon Brooks, you see him on the ground there, GG's, as Jimmy Butler drives in, draws a little bit of body contact, layup is up, is good, and no foul there. Probably should have been, but at this point, it was all she wrote. Game 7 was over, and the Golden State Warriors were advancing to the next round of the NBA playoffs, and man, I could not be more excited. Now, with that being said, guys, do me a big time favor. If you want that part 2 to come out tomorrow, all you got to do is hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the family, and let me know in the comments, right? I'll see you guys in tomorrow's update. Should be a lot more in-depth, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.